Modern Day Warrior just sat down. My friend Mitch and I here again. Today we have the daunting task to pick only one song from each Rush album.
He's Peter, by the way.
I am the Peter. So only one song you get to pick from each Rush album, which is the best song that you think is off that album.
In other words, if you were forced to only have one song in the history of Rush per album and you got to get rid of everything else, what are you taking?
So we're going to write down what we think are the best songs from each album individually. Now, there's some albums that have 4 great songs.
Right, well, no, you can only pick one.
Only one.
You're going to a desert island and you can take a CD with you that has 19 songs on it. You get to pick one per Rush album.
It's a greatest hits album, 1 song per album.
And this is a hard challenge, so here we go. Let's see what we can do.
All right, I'm going to write them down, and I have bad penmanship.
So right off the bat, we're going to go in chronological order. So we have the first album for me. If I got to take one, which is every album, this is going to be hard, I am going to go with Here Again.
So I wrote that down, Here Again, and obviously mine's the choice that everyone else would choose as well, and mine's Working Man. That's as easy as that. It's a very good album.
Okay. Next up, Fly By Night album. I gotta pick one song to put on my CD. This is a tough one, but I think I'm gonna have to take By Tour and the Snow Dog.
And for me, one of the more progressive songs has a great crescendo. In the End. Love it at the 2-minute mark, really takes off.
Okay. Caress of Steel album. What happened?
No, I'm just saying, forget that. I thought I might pick anything.
You have to pick a song.
Can I take one from another album?
No, that's the challenge. He's trying to get rid of this. No, you have to take one song per album. This is a really tough one. What I'm gonna take here, I'm gonna take Lakeside Park.
Oh, what's that? And I'll pick the one solid album song here. That'll be Bastille Day.
All right, 2112. Now, the rules of the game, we cannot pick the entire side A. We have to pick one song, that is several songs into one concept. So we cannot pick that. So I am going to pick off of this album. I think I'm going to go with Something for Nothing.
I'm just writing this down. I'm going to pick the song that introduced me to heavy metal, and that'll be Temples of Syrinx. Great beginning, and then Meek shall inherit the earth.
Ooh, now it's gonna start to get really hard. We have the Farewell to Kings album. I need to take one song on my greatest hits CD. Oh, I don't know. I love this album. Start to finish. I'll take Cygnus X1.
All right, this is an easy one for me. I mean, I love this album, but Xanadu with its complexity, and it's so beautiful. And then Alex's riffs, unbelievable. It makes my day every time I listen to it. Okay. Xanadu for me.
All right. Hemispheres, another tough one. We can't take whole side A, so you can only take pieces of it. So if I can't have, just like 2112, if I can't have the whole thing, I can't have any of it. I can't just have a piece of it. So that means I got to look at side B. And if I'm taking side B, it's so hard. I got Circumstances, The Trees, and La Villa. 3 songs. I can't get rid of any one of them. I don't know what to do. I'll take La Villa, because it's longer at least.
I got more.
I get more.
For me, it's as easy as one of my top 10 songs for Rush, and Circumstances. I think it's a great radio song. It doesn't get the credit that it deserves. It's a good rockin' song. I think it'd be great to be played right now. I wish someone would remake the song. I think it'd be a great radio-friendly hit right now to be played on radio today.
Could be. Now we enter the world of impossibility. Permanent Waves. I'm sorry, this is a choice that it's almost impossible to make. I have to pick one song off of this masterpiece. Are you kidding me? It's almost impossible. God, one song. I don't know. I can't choose. I have no idea which to pick. I love this entire album. Natural Science. Again, it's the longest one.
That makes sense, Natural Science, because it's longest, but nothing can top Spirit of Radio, one of my top 1 or 2 favorite Rush songs of all time. So Spirit of Radio, it is. So I'm going with the trend and sticking to what's typical.
Although
So
I
Spirit of
have
Radio.
to check. I don't know if Jacob's Ladder might be the longest one on here. I got to look at the sign, but it's either between Jacob's Ladder.
We
and,
have to do a list of our least favorite Rush
okay,
songs.
that's coming up next.
Least favorite Rush songs.
All right. So, but again, I'm taking my pick off of that one, Natural Science. All right, then we get to Moving Pictures, another classic. I'm gonna change the album because that one is a remaster, it has a cover on it, and so this so you can see it better. Moving Pictures, again, oh my God, this is impossible. How do you pick off of this, again, another classic album? I guess I'm gonna have to go side B. It's either gonna be Camera Eye or Vital Signs. Camera Eye is their last epic song that they wrote. That was it. No more epic songs after this album.
It was a long song. Yeah.
Yeah, over 10 minutes. So do I take 10 minutes of Rush or do I take the Vital Signs?
Remember, size doesn't really matter.
But I'm looking for as much as I can get. Again, an impossible choice. Think about it, guys. What would you pick? You had one song.
Everyone knows what to pick.
I'll take Vital Signs.
I'll take Tom Sawyer because that's a song that introduced me to Rush, and it's just one of the greatest rock songs in the history of rock.
It is. And again, these are impossible choices.
What did you say again? Natural.
Vital Signs.
Vital Sign. I love it.
I pick Vital Signs. And again, this doesn't get easier, folks. Signals. Signals. How do you pick off this album? I mean, come on. This whole album is, again, another masterpiece. Of course, Subdivisions. I love Subdivisions. I can listen to that song, and I've been listening to it since the 80s, and it never grows old on me. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to go a little bit differently here, because since I took certain songs off the other albums that are either progressive or maybe have a good hook, this one I'm going to take Losing It because it's so beautiful, and I'll take at least that one ballad.
I really thought we were going to be in agreement because so far we haven't agreed on anything yet.
No, not
nothing
yet.
yet. We'll compare them.
But this
later.
is good because if we get stranded on a desert island together, we have 2 great CDs.
Yeah, I have nothing against your list, but obviously I'm going to go with Subdivisions.
I love
the
that song, so I win.
I love the video. Yeah, you win, and I love Losing It. So we're all winners.
Yeah, so we get stranded together, I win because I love that song too. Grace Under Pressure. Okay, this one will be easy for me. I love the album, of course, but I'm going Red Sector A.
And I'm writing. So I'm going to go with obviously the obvious choice again. I guess I'm not a contrarian. Distant Early Warning. I love the crescendo and the progressiveness of the song. And for what is not so much a good album, that was one of the highlights.
Oh, it's a great album. Don't listen to him. All right, Power Windows. Again, another solid album. Amazing, start to finish. Gotta pick one. This is a tough one. I guess I'm gonna have to go with. I'll go with Marathon.
I knew you were going to say that.
How'd you know that?
I don't know. Because we
Different.
did not get the same one again. I'm going to go with Big Money. I just love the energy behind it. It's a happy song. And it just, it made me feel happy listening to it. So it stands the test of time, even though some of this, I love this album as well. So, but Big Money really is a big song in terms of like classics of the catalog.
Okay. All right. Hold Your Fire. Again, I know we're going to differ. I know what he's going to pick. I know it already. And I won't reveal it, but I'll give you my pick. And I'm going with Lock and Key. Lock and Key.
Why? I don't understand Lock and Key.
Oh,
but
it's a great song.
I don't know. But anyway, it could have been Force 10, but I'm going to go with one of the most beautiful songs, Time Stands Still. Jacob Moon does a great cover on YouTube. Beautiful, beautiful song. I love the story and the message about friendship, and just the lyrics are just wonderful. And Amy Mann's participation.
Okay.
Are we Runaway Train on Geddy Lee's solo My Favorite Headache?
Okay, then I'll take off of Victor, Alex Lifeson's solo album. I'll take Leave That. What's it called? I think it's called.
I don't know.
the song where they say just shut up and play the guitar. Shutting up. I forget what the name of the song is called. Leave That Thing Alone. I think. No, that's a Rush song.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it, but I'm picking the one that says
totally-
shut up and play the guitar.
Yeah.
I think it's called Victor.
Improvised.
Maybe.
Victor was the name of the album.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
back on track. Presto. This is easy for me, just the way he wanted to throw out Caress of Steel. I'll throw this out if I can replace a song off another album, but I'm not allowed to do that, so I have to take one. Then I'm just going to go with the obvious choice here. Show Me, Don't Tell Me.
And I'm gonna go with one of Geddy Lee's favorite songs, "The Pass." I think it's this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. It's one of my top 10 Rush songs of all time.
Well, then you're going to be very bored on that island of yours.
It's very, very deep.
All right, we have Roll the Bones. This isn't too hard of a choice. There really isn't.
I think we might get this one together. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot here that I have to mull over, but I'm gonna go with Dreamline on this one.
Finally, we agree. Dreamline is by far one of the best Rush songs in the last 20.
Okay,
years, so-
beautiful. That was a nice, easy decision. Counterparts. Counterparts, again, to me, a solid album. Very hard to pick a song. So if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to go with... it's so hard. It's so hard. Do I want... I don't know which one to pick. It's too hard. I love this album. Okay. I'm going with Nobody's Hero.
And that's nobody's choice. No, I'm joking. That's not my choice. I'm gonna go with probably what people would consider like a side B song, and I think it's a very inspirational song. "Everyday Glory." I love the message. I love how it builds up at that crescendo ending that it has. It's beautiful.
Okay.
When the future's looking dark, we're the
All
ones
right.
who gotta shine, man.
Again, I hope we're stranded together because we're going to have two awesome CDs.
That's right. We should.
Yeah.
It'll be the next Rush album.
Okay, then we have Test for Echo. Okay, yeah, this, can we exchange somewhere? Can we make a trade? Can we make a trade? To me, there's only one song on this album worth salvaging, and that is Driven. I'll take Driven.
I think most of the songs are pretty good here, but they're all like B minus songs, I would say. But maybe the B plus. Here's Test for Echo, so I go with the title track, Test for Echo.
Okay, all right. I like Test for Echo too, so I can withstand that song. So it's just not my favorite. All right, Vapor Trails. Vapor Trails. That's a tough one for me. I'm not a big fan of this album. I think you're gonna be shocked at my pick here, but I'm not gonna go with the obvious One Little Victory. I will go with Earthshine.
And I think a lot of people would agree with you.
You think so?
Yeah, because they played it a lot in concert.
Because it's a good song, and that's why they play it. Because it's a good song.
And I'm gonna go with part 7,000 of Fear. No, Freeze.
Freeze.
I love that song. I don't know what it is. It just works for me. Freeze. I do like the title track, but Freeze for me is just, I don't know.
Okay, well, so we would have a CD of 19 songs. Do we include this album?
No.
Do we take the covers? Do we take their one song from their cover album?
I don't.
Just to make it even
take
20?
You could take two for me.
Well, I think we should take one from here because it was an album. But even though
you could take two.
no, I think you need to pick one.
I can't. I'm younger than he is, so I don't know any of these songs.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's.
But they had a single.
Yeah.
from
Okay.
this
So
album.
I'll take it. For me, it's either Summertime Blues or The Crossroads. So I will go with. I'll go with Summertime Blues. That's the one bonus track on the RCD. What are you going with?
I'll go with the same thing because it's the only one I actually listen to.
Okay. Good.
So Summertime Blues it is, but I don't really want to listen to it.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Now we have Snakes and Arrows. So Snakes and Arrows, not every song on here is great, so the choices aren't too hard, but there are 2 songs that I really love, and so it comes down to either Far Cry or Working Them Angels, and I think I'm gonna go with Far Cry, even though I love Working Them Angels. I know you're shocked, right?
Oh my God.
What?
There's so many better songs than Far Cry. I'm joking. That's the only song on this album that I do like.
He had me worried there.
Yeah, no. Far Cry is it's a far cry from the world we thought we'd inherit.
Yes.
And I'm glad that we were blessed to get this song from Rush.
Yes.
After so many years. I mean, Far Cry, if you look at the songs we picked, for me, Far Cry is the best song of the last 10 years before that, leading up to that.
That's saying
so,
something.
yeah, so Far Cry is a great song, not so much the album.
All right, and then finally we come down to their final, to me, which was a masterpiece. My partner here, Pete, doesn't think so, but Clockwork Angels was one of the greatest gifts that Rush could have given us as their last gift to us. They went out with a blaze of glory here on this album. So very hard to pick one song. I tell you what I'm gonna have to go with though, and I'll tell you the reason why, since it's the last song, is I'm gonna go with Headlong Flight, because Headlong Flight showed that these guys in their 60s can still put out a good progressive rock song, and they did it as well on this album as they did it on any album that they ever recorded.
So,
what do you have, Peter?
It's fine. So anyway, as you can see from our list over here, I will end up going with the Wreckers, because I do have a soft side. I mean, I do have a pop side, and I like the way the melody is played and sung in this song. Geddy's voice isn't working as well in the other album, like in this album, like it did in the other albums. But the Wreckers, for me, is the most complete song. A lot of the songs from this point forward are a little disjointed, right? The production isn't as good, but the Wreckers for me is a solid song. I come from like a rock past and a little pop. You come a little bit bluesy and
Progressive though.
progressive, yeah. So as you can see here, what do we only matched twice, Dreamline and Far Cry,
That's it.
basically. So, but
I have nothing against anything on your list, with the exception of maybe the Wreckers
and
the
Time
past.
Stands to the Past, yeah.
And Time Stands Still. So everything on your list I like, but those 3, what would you get rid of, mine?
What I get rid of?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't get rid of anything. Lock and Key is probably a weak one for me.
Okay.
And I mean, I love everything else. Just Lock and Key, basically.
Okay.
I mean, I love all these songs, but Lock and Key would be
And
the one.
same with your list. So I think we got 2 great CDs to go on our stranded island with. Of course, we don't have many of the staples, but we weren't allowed to bring them. We can only take one. And so try that at home. Sit down and see if you can pick one
It's not
song.
easy.
It's not easy. So I hope you enjoyed that. Leave some comments for us. Maybe show us your list. And we'll see
Rest
if
in
we
peace,
can't do...
Neil. We miss you.
Yeah, and we're gonna also put together our top songs from each album, as well as the comment on all the live albums too, and which is our best tracks and overall best live album. So stay tuned for that. So thank you for joining us, and we wish you well, and Rush.
Peace.
In this one of many possible worlds, all for the best or some bizarre test. It is what it is, and whatever. Time is still the infinite jest. The arrow flies when you dream. The hours tick away, the cell